to our Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Raquel R. Sena, to the Vice President for Academics, Dr. Maria Lucila M. Baroro, and to the President of Sacred Heart College, Sister Maria Luisa B. Javier, and to every one of you who is joining our conference for today, a pleasant morning or afternoon or evening in your part. So I was tasked, or Dr. Sena requested me to share some experiences and give me some opportunities also to share what I have experienced in my chosen field. So for this morning, let me have a minute of yours to share and to enlighten, of course, your different fields, and of course, to be a teacher in every aspect of this field. So let me share and introduce myself to every one of you. So first, my name is Miguel Yuson Heneblaso. That is my full name. Probably some of you knows me. Probably you know me for some reasons or for some incidents. And I am from Calauag, Quezon Province. That's my hometown. I grew up there and become who I am right now. And also I am now living, we have our own house in Tayabas, Quezon. So sometimes we go to our hometown, but every time that, but most of the time we stay in Tayabas, Quezon because we have our new house there. And now, currently, this is the thing that I think Dr. Sena is asked me to share my experiences with you, because I am an OFW. I am a teacher here in Bangkok, Thailand. I'm currently residing and working here as an English teacher here in Bangkok, Thailand. So, as I mentioned that I am an English teacher, I'm teaching right now in Triam Udom Suksa Patanakan Suwanapum School. I know it's quite long to pronounce, but again, I will say it. Triam Udom Suksa Patanakan Suwanapum School. So this is one of the government school here in Bangkok, Thailand, and produces different kinds of programs for high school students. So I'm in the field. Like I've been teaching for 10 years now, and 4 years experience in the Philippines and 6 years here in Thailand. So let's talk about my school. So my school is, as I mentioned, it is Triam Udom Soksa Patanakan School. So I would like you to see what is my school look like. So here, this is our logo, official logo. So it's, of course, in Thai language, but that one is named as Triam Udom Soksa Patanakan Suwanapum School. And this is our campus. That is our main building. And yeah, so it is an aerial shot for, I think it's an eagle eyes view to see the whole school or the whole campus. It's like a very big and long building. And this is the front side of our school. So as you can see, the main building, and most of them are like staying there for their own classes. So as the pandemic goes, of course, every part of the world and every school nowadays, they have this kind of what we call restriction. So as of now, we are conducting our classes online, but there are one semester in this school year that we had an on-site class. And it's a choice of the students if they wanted to go to the school or learn on site or learn online at home. So it depends on their choice. So they have their own decision. Their parents will be asked by our school, and it depends to them which one they would like to have, an online or an on-site class. So most of the time we are conducting a hybrid or like a blended classes. So we have an online and we have an on-site students. So it's quite challenging for everyone of us, or for everyone, like not only for the teachers but also for the students, and of course for the parents, like um, how they're going to handle this kind of situation. So it's a very hard time for us, for every one of us, that we're having this kind of new normal. So that is my school, and we also offering different kinds of programs such as English programs, intensive English program that concentrate with the marketing and business English. And we have math and science program. Those students who would like to focus with science and mathematics. And of course, the STEM program. This is a combination of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And we have the Chinese program also, as you know, Thailand. Sorry, Thailand is one of considering the business hub in Asia. So most of the investors are coming from China, and most of the companies here are like um, run by the Chinese people with the Thai counterparts. So the school decided to offer also a Chinese language program for them to like go internationally. And of course, the last will be the regular program. When I say regular program, our school offers different kinds of concentrations. So we have arts, we have music, and this belongs to the regular class. But they have their own specific fields or a specific majorship to concentrate with. Right? So that is all about my school. I hope I give you a little bit insight of it. And now I would like you also to know about me. So I am now a student of a graduate school program in Sacred Heart College, of course, and I'm taking up my Master of Arts in Education, major in English. All right, so as I mentioned a while back, that I am here to share some of my own experiences with value integration and how do I integrate values into my lessons. So, of course, in our field as a teacher, as an educator, we have different kinds of style. How do we integrate values in our lesson? And I would like to focus on the three words here, which is respect, love, and honesty, because this is I always treasured, or I always keep in my heart, in my mind, that I need to live with this kind of values, because as you know that I am an OFW, and then like I am having, of course, a different background, a different beliefs and culture, and I'm now working in a foreign country with different diverse, or with different kinds of culture and beliefs also. Thailand is a Buddhist country. Most of them, I mean, most of them are a Buddhist. Their religions are Buddhism. So they live with the belief of Buddha. But there are some portion of Thai people that they are Muslims. So the second religion here that, well, very well known is the Muslim, and some are Christians and Catholic. So, but the big represents, or the big number represents, is the Buddhist religion. So it's very odd for me to see a lot of traditions and some of like religious belief that they are doing in school and outside of the campus or outside institution. So I always keep in mind that I need to have a respect, love, and honesty every time I go to my class, when I teach, when I communicate with my colleagues, and also communicate with my students. So these are the things that I keep in my heart, that I need to integrate this. I need to show this one for everyone, so we will have a good relationship. So we're going to have our good relationship when it comes to learning, or as a part of being a student-teacher relationship. So let me go first with values. What is values? Of course, we already know what is values. We already have an idea what is values. But let us go back with the official, or some, I mean, very common to everyone. So according to Oxford Dictionary, value is a plural noun, or values is a plural noun, meaning regard to something that is held to deserve, that is it important, it is worthy, and it's very useful of something. And when it comes to a person perspective, it is a person's principle or standards of behaviors, one's judgment of what is important in life. So this is values. So as an individual, as a human being, we have different kinds of values, because we learn this from our own, from our parents, from our teachers at the home. So we have different aspect, or different values that we are following. So we have our own standards of behavior. Every time we go to the public, we engage with other people, when we put ourselves in the society. But values is probably is like a huge topic to discuss, because as the civilization or the centuries goes by, the 21st century, the traditional way. So I think values right now is somehow forgotten because of, social media, technology, and some sort. So how do you show your values? How do you show your standards of behavior? How do you show your personal principles in some way of judging someone, or living with someone, or communicating with someone? So this is a very, very important topic to discuss nowadays, especially with the younger generation, because I think values right now are somehow forgotten, as I mentioned. So let me go back again to my 3 words of values integration. So how do I put respect in my lesson? How do I integrate respect in the class? So in my class, I usually start the class with asking them a warm-up questions, or how do you call that one? I always ask them like an opening questions that is connected to our main topic. So for example, our topic for today is being nationalistic. So how they're going to show their respect to their nationality, right? To their national flag, to their religion, to their government, how they will show their respect. So I will ask them some questions to start and to to show them, or to show to the class, to everyone, that um, this is our topic for this time, but I would like to integrate also the values of respect in it comes to like saying their opinions, or telling their opinions or their sides to it. So respect. When I ask this question, they will, of course, you will hear different kinds of opinion and personal views. So they will some of their classmates, or some of their classmates or friends will going to agree, or some of them will going to disagree. But I always tell them that you need to respect one another, and because we have our own perspective, we have our own ideas, we have our own opinions, and we need to respect this kind of thing. So this kind of values that I always put in my lessons, I keep on telling them, and I keep on warning them, give them some insight, like you need to respect one another, because respecting each other is also showing you how to become a good person. So I would like to share to you some photos of mine that showing them how they respect their religion, their school, their teachers. On this side, you will see that my students are on their lines, and they are respecting their national flag by singing their national song, of course, and also with praying, with their prayer. So most of, as I mentioned, most of my students are Buddhist, so they are like praying for some of protection, of course, in their daily activities. And of course, when you talk about the respect, Thai people are very respectful. When they saw, or when they like see their teacher, they will bow their heads and put their hands together, and they will say like "Sawati Kap," like that, and that is showing a good respect to everyone. Integrating the respect in my class, I always telling them that you need to understand what is the opinion of each other. So as you can see, they're smiling, and they are very happy to show their love to one another. So that is how respect builds in my class. Next is love. Of course, when you respect someone, this is also going to be an affections of being loved, of course, right? So love, because love is a huge or a big topic to discuss, because we have different kinds or different types of love. We have the love for our friends, for our parents, for our for someone that we love, you know. That one is very much more observed right now. And of course, love for something, love for for the things that you really like to do. Okay, so here in this picture, I'm showing this to every one of you, because this class is very much appreciated when it comes to their love with their classmates and their friends. So as you can see, they are having a blended classes, or they're having a hybrid class, and some of them are like online, and some of them are in the class, or that on site. So I have a short story with this. Like this students, they made their own group, like a Facebook group and a line group, that that everyone must know what is going on inside of their class. And every time that the teachers come, they are the one who will tell to the teacher that, a teacher, we have our classmates learning on site, I mean learning online. And this is one of my this is one of examples of being concerned and being loved with your classmates. They have this what we call concern to you. And when it comes to like concerns, this is also a good affections of the love, right? So in this way, I'm very much happy to integrate also love for one another, right? So in this case, in this story, I really love the way they communicate. They connect to each other, even though they are in a different place, but still the love for their classmates is there. Another thing is here also. So this is my class, actually, the same class. And in this photo, they're showing a good relationship because they love each other. You know, sometimes they are really helping each other. Some of their male classmates are too lazy to study, too lazy to listen to their teacher. But the girls in this class really show them a good affections of love for their classmates and friends, and they really help them to be engaged with in the class or in the lessons that we are having. Then last one is honesty. I would like to show you a paperless class of my M2/9 gifted class. So as you can see, based on, I mean, as far as I know, as far as I remember, I think during this time, they're having a quiz. All right, even though that they are doing or engaging with the technology or with the gadgets, you know. So even though they are using an iPads for their quizzes, for their activities, but I always ensure and telling them that honesty is the best policy. So even though they have the internet connection in school, and they can easily you know, check the answers on their, I mean, like on the internet, or just surfing the net and like find the answers for this particular activity or quiz, still they are showing honesty, and I'm very proud of this class because they are not taking advantage of it. So even though we are engaged, even though our students now engage with the technology, we need to show them like being honest is the best way to to become more as a human being. And of course, as we engage to an online learning, I always ask them to switch their own cameras and to show them what they're really doing when we are having our discussion. So I always ask my students to like kindly switch on your cameras and like show me what you are doing. And this is somehow I engage, or I tell them to be honest. All right. Are you listening to me like 100%? And I always ask them to become I always ask them to to show some honesty, of course, by giving me some feedback or asking questions that they really wanted to know. Because learning online is a very challenging part for both student and teacher. It's hard during the first time of online learning. It's hard for them to say what they would like to say during the class, especially in a foreign country. So Thai people or Thai students are having some hard time when it comes to like speaking the English language, and they're having some hard time to you know, to communicate. And this is how I would like my students to be more engaged with honesty. I always tell them like, if you have any question, please let me know. Don't be shy, speak out, and let me hear your concerns or your your questions. So this is how I integrate honesty in my class during this kind of setup, or during this kind of an online setup. And this is how I integrate different kinds of values in my class. I probably integrate more but this is not really a good way. I mean, this is I mean, I integrate different kinds of values, but probably I integrate more, but I probably didn't notice it. So that's it for my sharing, and I hope I give you some enlightenment how a Filipino or how an OFW or an English teacher here in Thailand integrated values to their classes. All right, so that's it for my talk and sharing. Thank you so much, and I hope I'll be sharing also more of my experience here with you if there is some opportunity. Again, thank you so much and have a great day, everyone.